Well, hello there, TeenDroid TV, and welcome to today's edition of the Android vlog. I rebranded the name because I thought it would be a little bit more enticing to people who didn't know what it was. People who didn't know what it was would think it was just another vlog channel, so the Android vlog makes it seem a little bit more relevant, so I hope you like the name change. Woo! So anyways, let's get into the stories today, and let's go. So the first thing I want to get started on talking about today is kind of TeenDroid in and of itself. Now, this YouTube channel might not have too much of a tie to it right now just because the website is down and I can't reference articles that I've written. But anyways, TeenDroid is a website that earlier this year was founded by a bunch of teenagers, and we're all teenagers from all around the world. We have people from Brazil, US, UK, we've got all over the place, and so we've got a really wide base of editors and writers, so it's really cool. And so I wanted to talk about teen developers today, which was suggested by one of the TeenDroid editors. Teen developers is what I'm going to be talking about first. So, I mean, obviously there's all of our group where we run a news site, we run a YouTube channel, just all based off of our own intuition, our love of Android. And so we're all here giving you guys content because we really like Android, and I hope you guys appreciate it. So, other than that, I mean, there's a group of XDA developers. About a month ago, there was a group of people on XDA who realized there are a lot of teenagers on XDA, and some of them are really, really knowledgeable about developing. And so, right now, there's actually a team of developers that are starting to join together, just like an AOKP team or a CM10 team, and they're going to start developing stuff. And I think that is really, really cool. And another really notable addition is, actually, the Boy Twitter app. Their team is made up of teenagers as well. So, I mean, you can really see that there can be really polished products from people who are even just teenagers. So, that's the first point I wanted to talk about. Okay, next up I want to talk about Open WebOS. If you don't know what that is, basically HP bought out Palm. Now Palm was really innovative for its time. It had really nice implemented multitasking. It had a promise of an app store. It was going well, and then HP bought it out. And so everyone thought, well, oh, this is going to be cool. HP is going to be a really good company that it's got Palm on, now that it's got Palm on board. And basically HP took it, put it on 2 devices. Those devices pretty much failed, and so HP abandoned WebOS. It didn't do anything with it for a long time, until earlier this year when it tossed it to the dev community and went, okay, here you go, open WebOS, do whatever you want. And so the developers took it, and I mean, they've been working hard. Well, we haven't really heard from them in a while, but just last week we heard from them after what seemed like an eternity, and basically now there's a working port of Open WebOS on 2 devices. There's a port of it on the Galaxy Nexus and on the Asus Transformer Prime. Now, neither of the ports are anywhere near daily driver material. They're both really alpha. There's no hardware excel on either of them, and even at its pure form, where it's running perfectly, Open WebOS isn't a daily driver sort of OS either. It's even the small app store that HP had when they were using WebOS isn't included with Open WebOS just because it's open source, and that was HP's stuff. So, I mean, it's really not daily driver material, but I think that with the help of the Android community it could, because if they can get the OS to run on Android devices, what's to say they couldn't get the apps to run on the OS? Now, I'm not saying that I'm not a developer for WebOS or really Android a whole lot, but it just seems possible to me. I mean, HP did it with the playbook, the BlackBerry playbook, so we'll see how that works. Other than that, I want to talk about Motorola and how they are expanding their bootloader unlock program. Basically, earlier this year, Motorola was like, we are going to unlock all our bootloaders from now on, and so everyone was like, yes, Motorola's going to unlock their bootloaders, and then they didn't for a long time. Until this fall, where they finally unlocked the first phone that they ever unlocked, which was the Motorola Photon Q, the QWERTY phone that came out on, the QWERTY physical keyboard phone that came out on Sprint earlier this fall, like a month ago. And so they released the bootloader unlock tool, and it was used, and it was awesome. And so basically today they expanded their list of devices which are going to be expandable, or which are going to be unlockable with that tool. Basically now you can unlock the Droid Razr I, which is basically the international and Intel version. It's got the Intel Medfield processor in it instead of the Snapdragon from the Razr M. It's basically the exact same phone, only with different processors. It's also only international, so there's that, and then there's the international Droid Razr HD and HD Max are both going to be unlockable with this program. So that's really cool. Good to see Motorola expanding that out, because for a while there it seemed like they weren't gonna, and that was kind of bleak. So I mean, whatever, we will keep you We will keep you up to date here on the Android vlog. That's what it's called now. So if you liked the video, please give it a like. If you want to see more of this content, please subscribe. It'll help me and the other editors out. We should have some Galaxy Note 2 content up right now, actually, I think, so you can go check that out. The link will be right there. Just click on our channel. It's right there. So, I want to talk quickly with you guys about the weekend. So, I'm not going to be making vlogs typically on the weekend. If there's big news, or if I feel like I have the time, or if I feel so inclined, I will make vlogs on the weekend, but don't like expect them all the time. I will be doing vlogs every weekday, just not the weekends. I can't promise that. So, I mean, the weekends, I gotta sleep in. So I hope you guys enjoyed this edition of the Android vlog. I will see you guys on Monday, if not sooner. Peace. See you guys.